Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings to all of you. I'd like to welcome you to this Muslims for Reparations conference as part of the work of the Muslim Voices for Justice and Peace and a collaborative effort with the Islamic Propagation Project. We are very excited that you have taken your time out. You could have been home watching the game or something, but you must have thought this was more important. Your freedom and liberation was more important than a football game. So I'm proud of you all. This afternoon, the second panel, we have 4 dynamic personalities and leaders in our community. We have Brother Watella Ibn Yusuf, and I'm going to read the order of their, well actually, I'm going to let Imam Musa go first. But I'll list them in the order of the program. Brother Watella Ibn Yusuf, to my far left, is the co-chair of an organization that's been mentioned earlier called COBRA, the National Conference of Blacks for Reparations in America. Not only is he the co-chair, along with Sister Kabibi, who is here with us, he's also the editor of 2 of the periodicals of NCOBRA. One is called the NCOBRA Magazine, and the other one is called Black Reparations Times. So he is a very active brother. We're very honored to have him with us today. And I encouraged those people earlier, Brother Watella, to join NCOBRA, and inshallah you'll be able to share with them more about what NCOBRA is doing. We also have with us a very dear friend. To my immediate left, Brother Amir Muhammad, who's familiar to many of you. Brother Amir is the author of about 4 books now. His first book was a book of poetry, I remember that one, and he's written several books. His most recent, this brother's so bad, he writes books in 2s. So just this year, he came out with 2 new books. I'm very proud of him. Contributions of Muslims to the World, and Africans, People of Color in Pre-Islamic and Islamic History. And just another word about him, because it's worth mentioning, he and his wife have established a traveling Islamic museum. Those of us in DC are fortunate to have been able to access some of his exhibits. They've collected, and I'm sure he'll elaborate, I hope he will, they've collected artifacts of our history, and they deserve a building. I mean, we need to be working with him to try to help him identify space so there can be a permanent housing for this museum of our history. You know, if we don't care, nobody will. So we have to take that extra effort. I'm very proud of his hard-working efforts. He's shared his exhibit all over the world. I think within the last year, to my knowledge, he's been to Bermuda with it, Cleveland, Chicago, Philadelphia. I've seen him in some of those places. And we're very proud of him. So we're honored that he's with us to share some of the information from his studies. We have with us Imam ABDUL-ALI Musa, proud to say my Imam at Masjid al-Islam. And Masjid al-Islam was founded in Oakland, California, and has chapters throughout the country and here in Washington. You can find us on Benning Road in the southeast. There's peace in the southeast, and we're honored that he drove 10 hours just to be with us. He gave a speech yesterday in Toronto. So that's how much he cares about us and cares about this issue. That he drove straight here just to be with us. So we're looking forward to that. Because of his time, we're going to let him go first. And then, batting cleanup, Imam Abdur Rahman Muhammad, founder of the Islamic Propagation Project, friend, colleague, co-sponsor of this event, and we're anxious to hear his comments. So without further ado, what we're going to do, we originally had planned to have like 2-hour sessions. I don't know if we're going to have time for this to be a 2-hour session. So what we'll do, we're going to ask the speakers to speak maybe 15 minutes instead of 20. We're going to try to have time for the questions and answers, and then they can be able to elaborate on their own comments and the concerns that you may have. So we're going to ask them to speak about 15 minutes so that we can give the audience a chance to participate. And don't worry, because inshallah this is being recorded, and we're going to make this program available.